What is going on, guys? Welcome to the YouTube channel. I created a tool for you. This thing is crazy. And make sure to give me a follow, like, and subscribe. And feel free to use this tool to make your life easier. Also, when you're creating these tools and prompts and using all this stuff, your life will be a lot better if you have Go High Level and a scheduler, for your social media post. I do have an affiliate link. I will leave that in the YouTube description. Make sure to give me a follow, like, subscribe, and let's get into this video. Bananas! All right, peace. Is going on, guys? So this right here is bananas. Okay, so I don't know what you guys are doing for prompts inside of your ChatGPT or whatever you're doing. I took this class and I'm still in the middle of it, and the guy was going over master prompts, and I kind of looked at that information and I was like, man, I didn't get any documents or anything like that. So what I did was I screenshotted some of the context that they had in the class, and then I put it in Gemini, and I just started messing around with it, and I was like, this is crazy. All right, so again, let's do some education first. So what I have here is the art of master prompts, right? Or the art of master prompt. All right, so stop guessing, start directing. Inconsistent content also leads to inconsistent construction or instructions. A master prompt system provides a usable framework allowing you to precisely define the output you need every single time. All right, so when creating prompts, you're only as good as the information that you give the AI, right? So how can we break that down? So first of all, you want to talk about the type of content, right? Like what kind of content is it? I'll move my head around. Boom. I think I can. Anyway, so let's take a look at this. Right, type of content, right? A whole list down here. Are you going to make a Facebook ad, Instagram caption, YouTube script, meme, behind the scenes, infographics, announcements, polls, fill in the blanks, industry tips? Now, these are all different types of ways to make a post, right? And then of course you could take a voice, like the class I was taking, he just used Morgan Freeman, and he made the voice, and he just put that into ChatGPT, and it just spit out a voice. Now this part you could either keep or leave depending on the type of content or what you want to produce. If you're going to make an image later, it wouldn't make much sense to have a voice. But anyway, with that, you can also do the perspective, the perspective of the business owner or the customer or the product or the character. Basically, the example he used in the class was like, you could explain a car sale by, the perspective of the car, which, how creative can you get, right? If you're doing wedding DJs, you can explain it from the perspective of the DJ or the sound gear or something like that. How creative can you get with it? All right. And then identity, person, place, or thing, right? What exactly are you selling? And okay, then you have a mood: humorous, sad, lethargic, story, poem, haikus, news update, informational. So now that you have your building blocks, and then you can start to create your prompt based on this. And then as you scroll down, these are different possibilities, of different types of content and what may work for whatever your business is or your market, right? And then this is again the framework: Facebook ad. And here's an example, right? Write a Facebook ad in the public figure voice, or it could be your voice if you use 11 Labs, right? From the business business owner perspective, the identity of a person, and the mood could be humorous. So I didn't have this right here, which is you could just scroll down and just pick what you want, give it some extra information, and then it'll just generate it for you. And if you wanted to copy and paste and put that in the ChatGPT, you could just do that and then replace, the prompts that you're looking for. All right. So with that in mind, you're watching me witness this live. So let's make an Instagram caption in the voice of a public figure, but from the perspective of the customer, identity, person, and then let's do humorous, and then generate prompt. Let's see what it does. Generate an Instagram caption, adopt the voice of a public figure, writing from the perspective of a customer person, and ensure the tone is humorous. All right. Let's go over to ChatGPT. ChatGPT, generate an Instagram caption, adopt the voice of a public figure. Well, we can just say Morgan Freeman, writing from the perspective of the customer, a person, and ensure a humorous tone. But if you're a wedding DJ, I have a different prompt that I made for that. See what it does. I came from the music, but I stayed because the DJ made me feel like the main character in my own movie. 1 minute I was shilang, skipping around. Oh, I could say, make it in the language of a fifth grader. Gotta keep things simple. All right, so I went to a party thinking I'd just eat snacks. Next thing I know, the DJ made me feel like I was in a movie. 1 minute I was chilling, the next minute I was dancing like my legs forgot the rules. Do I look silly? Yep. Do I care? No. So basically, that's what we got. Instagram caption. And then, of course, he must have had a plugin or something. You could just click that and it'd be in the voice of Morgan Freeman. So with that in mind, you and then I could just say something like, generate 30 of these. Boom. So now we have 30. And then these are just, posts you could copy and paste. She said she hated parties. The DJ said, hold my beat. God. And now I have 30 of these, just to be funny. Let's say you wanted to do a YouTube script. Let's make it actor. Let's make it business owner, person, humorous. Oh, I guess in here in the additional information, you could, we are a wedding DJ company selling to engaged couples. Generate prompt. Boom. And we wait. Whoa, there we go. Boom. Copy that. Oop. It'd be cool if they had a little copy button. But we can just copy that. Go back to our ChatGPT. Now what do we got? Now we have YouTube scripts. Oh, we can go back. Let's do a Facebook ad. Yeah. Generate. Where my ChatGPT go? Now that we have a Facebook ad, which would probably make more sense, unless you guys are on YouTube. Here we go. Let's try that. Your wedding playlist versus reality. Facebook ad. Perfect. And then, over here you can say the call or CTA. The CTA can be visit the website www.djsorlando.com. Boom. All right, so let's read this. Your wedding playlist versus reality, planning a wedding. Congrats. You've already survived the great guest list debate. Do you really need to invite your second cousin's roommate? The cake tasting gauntlet where you pretend sample but really eat your body weight in frosting. Oh my God. But here's a truth bomb. If your DJ flops. All right, this is crazy. All right, and then I can just say create 30 of these. And they're kind of short, right? So oh man. Please make them as engaging. I don't know how to spell. And as long as the first one, just do 5. All right, there you go. Now you have 5 posts. Do 5 at a time. I mean, 30 might be a lot for how many words it has to produce per post. And I can also say, please include hashtags as well. There you go. Whoa. All right, so this is what I do at 5:30 in the morning. Make sure to follow, like, subscribe on the YouTube channel. Peace.